Hey everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Today's video is going to be my round 20 tips for the 2022 Betfred Super League competition. Last week I did quite well in the tips. Let's see how we go this week. Before I start the video though, if you hear some background noise, that's just the road outside. I've had to open up all the windows and doors because it's absolutely red hot today. It was a record day for England in terms of temperature. It reached 40 degrees where I was in Leeds. I'm pretty sure it was that same temperature all around the country, and it's 32 degrees at the moment, so very hot day and unprecedented times for England in terms of weather. But let's crack on with the tips. The first match is kicking off on the Thursday night. This one is between Leeds and Wigan. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. This one's live on Sky Sports. It's being played at Helens, Leeds home ground. Leeds in 9th, Wigan in 2nd. Going into this match, Wigan's won 6 of their last 7 matches, including the absolute hiding that they gave to Hull F.C last week. And with Leeds, they had that disappointing loss against Toulouse Olympique over there at the start in Toulouse. However, a lot of the Leeds fans were upset because apparently they did feel a bit of a weakened side for that game. But going into this match, they're up against it in a Wigan side that have been very good. Wigan have played them once this year and Wigan won that 34 points to 12. That were in round 2. For this match, I'm going to go for Wigan to win 13 plus. I think they're going to be too strong for Leeds on Thursday. The first match on the Friday is between Warrington and Hull Rovers. This one's being played at the Halliwell Jones Stadium in Warrington. 8 o'clock kickoff sees Warrington in 10th, Hull Rovers in 8th. These two sides have only met once this year. Prior, Hull Rovers won that 34 points to 18 in round 7. An interesting stat though with Hull Rovers, this year they've only won 2 away matches for the entire year, but they are up against a Warrington side that are not very good this year, let's just put it bluntly. This is a real flip of the coin match. It could really go either way. It's impossible to tell who's going to win, but I'm just going to go for the home side just because it's Warrington at home. If it were Hull Rovers at home, I'd probably go for them. I'll go for Warrington to win 1-12. The other match on the Friday is between Hull F.C and Castleford. This one's being played at the MKM Stadium in Hull. 8 o'clock kickoff as well. This one's live on Sky Sports. It sees Hull FC that are in 6th, if you can believe that, and Castleford in 5th. These two sides have met once before this year. Castleford won that 33 points to 26 in round 4. Hull FC have only won 2 matches since May the 13th this year. There's no Jake Connor. I'm going to go for Castleford to win by 13 plus. I think Castleford's going to be too good for Hull FC there on the Friday. On the Saturday, it's an all French affair. Allez les bleus, allez les bleus. So the first match is between Catalans and Huddersfield. This one's being played at the Stade Gilbert Brutus. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff in France, 6 o'clock for us in England. Catalan in 4th at the moment and Huddersfield in 3rd. Catalan Dragons have only lost 2 matches this year at home. They've been very good this year at home once again, and actually one of their matches that they did lose at home was against Huddersfield. Huddersfield had the win over Catalan as well. They did beat them in France and they also beat them at the John Smith Stadium, so they beat them twice this year. This is another really hard game to pick because Catalan have been pretty ordinary the last couple of weeks, although it has been away from France. They haven't been very good away from home this year, and Huddersfield have been in some very good form up until last week against St Helens. For this match, surely Catalan Dragons can't lose 3 times to Huddersfield in the 2022 season. I'm going to go for Catalan to win by 8 points on the Saturday there in France. I think that's they will break that hoodoo that Huddersfield have had over them this year. The other match on the Saturday is between Toulouse Olympique and Salford. This one's being played at the Stade Ernest-Vallon. It's at 8 o'clock at night kickoff in France and 7 o'clock for us in England. Toulouse Olympique in 11th. They're finally off the bottom of the table, and Salford are in 7th, just outside the top 6 there. These two sides only met once beforehand this year. Round 2, Salford won that 38 points to 12. this is another match that could really go either way, because as I've said in a few videos this year, Toulouse and Olympique have been very good at home this year. Even though that they've lost a lot of matches at home, they have pushed teams all the way to the edge. Salford were very impressive last week against Catalan Dragons, very good win there. I'm actually going to go for Salford to win this game. I was initially going to go for Toulouse Olympique, but I just think on paper Salford's probably got the better side, and I think that they can back up that performance that they had against Catalan Dragons. So I'm going to go for Salford to win by 10 points there at the start of Nesfell on the Saturday night. And the final game to close out the round is between Wakefield Trinity and St Helens. This one's being played on the Sunday. It's being played at the Be Well Support Stadium, or as I call it, Bellevue. Wakefield dead last in the relegation zone. St Helens faced, and this one sees St Helens on top of the table. They look pretty much unstoppable. These two sides have met each other once beforehand this year. St Helens won that 20 points to 4 there in round 3. Wakefield Trinity have lost their last 4 matches in a row, and they currently sit bottom of the table. It's really worrying times for Wakefield Trinity, because I've looked at some of their fixtures that are coming up. They've got to play St Helens again after this sometime towards the end of the year, and there's a couple of other games that look really tough for them. So it's a real uphill battle for Wakefield Trinity to avoid the drop, because I think Toulouse Olympique have hit a bit of form. For this match, I'm going to go for St Helens to win by at least 20 points. I think that they're going to be way too good for Wakefield Trinity. It's going to take a minor miracle for Wakefield Trinity to win this match, or to get a result, or even to keep the score down, I think. So I'm going to go for St Helens to win by at least 20 points. So anyways, that's my tips for round 20 of the 2022 Betfred Super League season. Hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know who you're tipping. Anyways, this has been Rugby League history yet again, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.